Another Bendy and the Ink Machine teaser? You betcha! Hey yo prodigies, ProdCharles here to analyze yet another Bendy and the Ink Machine teaser. This one is another one of Henry's audio recordings teasing Chapter 5, so let's get straight into it.
It's me. It's Henry. It's been a while since I last recorded.
The first thing he mentions is that it's been several days since he last recorded his first audio. This means that Henry is recording these around the same time. Whoever he was captured by, he was held in this situation for quite a while, and I'm thinking that this is chronicling the prologue to Chapter 5.
Mostly been spending my days doodling, passing the time as best I can.
Next he mentions that he's spending time doodling and passing time as best as he can, confirming that the drawings on the table were made by him. Unfortunately, they are covered by the tape, so we can't tell what they are for sure, but I do still think that he is drawing something mechanical, and the closest things to resemble these are the machinery on Boris's arm and the Bendy animatronics. In the first audio, he mentioned that two of the monsters, angels, and demons in the studio are keeping him hostage.
Monsters, demons, angels. And right now, two of them are holding me prisoner.
So it is still very likely that the captors are Allison, Angel, and Tom Boris, maybe the lost ones.
I heard my captors arguing today. Seems they still don't know what to make of me. I guess that makes sense. Guess I don't know what to make of them either.
He mentions that the captors were arguing and they didn't know what to make of him. This makes sense, but why? This seems to be further evidence that Henry was captured by Allison and Tom, as they saved him from Alice Angel, but they aren't aware of his motives. The weird thing about it is that in the Chapter 5 production trailer, Henry and Allison speak as if they are allies. These teasers may just be recording the process that Henry went through to gain their trust. He doesn't know what to make of them either, and I think he's just confused because these weird creatures have captured him but they haven't yet taken him out, so what do they want from him? Just like us, he has no idea whether they are friend or foe. In our analysis for the first teaser, we brightened up the image and proposed that it could be a lost one, but many prodigies have pointed out that this character has a halo. This is likely to mean that Allison is the one that's listening over these tapes. Thus, it paints a couple of narratives. One is that Allison is listening to Henry's audio to get an idea of where he went. Whether she captured him or not, it looks like she won't let him go out there alone. If this is the case, then it makes sense that she would ask Henry why he was here. And it might be what they say to each other after she spent so much time searching for him. If they were already friends, what they say simply makes sense. If not, then this might be how he gains Allison's trust, especially since he's been listening in on her conversations. Even if Allison isn't the captor, him listening in on the bickering may be one way that he gets information on what the Ink Demon has that they need.
Times like this, I wish Boris was still with me. He didn't say much, Boris, but he was a good friend to have. I miss him. I just couldn't save him.
He also misses Boris, and I miss him too. This confirms that Boris was a good boy, and the Boris that accompanied him is not Tom Boris as some suspected. It also confirms that Boris was our ally, rather than Alice Angel's lackey. Rest in peace, our precious floopy snoot. Henry shows a lot of remorse for not being able to save Boris, so this sounds like Henry is recording this just after the fight that happened at the end of Chapter 4. Given that the Bendy social media accounts are attaching the Fight Your Demon hashtag to all of these teasers, it could be a hint that Henry is doing more than taking out Bendy. It also looks like he's going to make amends for not being able to save one of his only friends at the studio.
But I promise, I will get out of the studio, if it's the last thing I do.
Henry promises to get out of the studio, and it looks like he means business. This means that there's a chance that Henry really will get out of there after all, maybe with the help of Wally Franks. Henry did mention in the first recording that something was following him in the shadows, so perhaps it was Wally who recognizes his potential to get out of there, meaning he will help Henry do so. In our hallway teaser analysis, we proposed that the studio might actually break down at the end of Chapter 5, so it would be really cool to have a Metroid-like sequence where we get to escape, unless they end up being cutscenes where Henry just escapes with Wally Franks, if Wally's even there to help. And if you missed it, the hallway teaser gives a lot of information about Bendy Chapter 5. Tap this video to find out more about that, or check out these videos which were picked just for you. Prodigies, I hope these videos help to expand on how you think. See ya!